of Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich. What do you want most as appeared in the original edition? If it is money, fame, power, commitment, personality, peace of mind, or happiness, what is it that you want? The 13 Steps to Riches described in this book offer the shortest, dependable philosophy of individual achievement ever presented for the benefit of man or woman who is searching for a definite goal in life. So would you say, and this is where my spiral thinking comes in, would you say that where you currently are at right now, maybe it's possible that if you've not reached the goal that you want, you are taking a longer than necessary path if you believe you should have been there already? If in the next 12 months, that's really what it takes. It takes about 18 months to rewire the body and the brain together. In the next 12 months, you would have a solid understanding. So whether you've tried it and you've done goals for the last 40 years, if 12 months from now, 12 months from today, you were living your life of riches, whatever those riches are, right? I talk about mental profits, and mental profits are everything that comes into your life. Could be money, could be life, could be health. If in 12 months from today, your life was forever changed and on a trajectory of your greatest successes, one after another, after another, after another, after another, would you want to pay attention to the shortest, most dependable method of success ever delivered to man or woman? See, when we hear these things, we toss them aside because we hear them so often. What's going to make a difference is if you decide enough is enough. Before beginning to the book, you will profit greatly if you recognize the fact that the book was not written to entertain. This isn't an entertainment book. This isn't a novel. You cannot digest the contents properly in a week or a month. See, that's the thing that I love about Hill, and I love about all teachers. You can't digest their stuff in a day, in a week, in a month, in a year. We're still looking at the Bible and learning stuff. We're still studying Epictetus and Marcus Aurelius 2,000 years later. When do you think it would be a good time to become a good student? That's the question you have to ask yourself. After reading the book thoroughly, Dr. Miller Reese Hutchinson, nationally known consulting engineer and longtime associate of Thomas A. Edison, said, "This is not a novel. It is a textbook on individual achievement that came directly from the experiences of hundreds of America's most successful men. It should be studied," these are italicized, studied, digested, and meditated upon. No more than one chapter should be read in a single night. The reader should underline the sentences which impress him most. Later, he should go back to these marked lines and read them again. A real student will not merely read this book. He will absorb its contents and make it his own. This book should be adopted by all high schools, and no boy or girl should be permitted to graduate without having satisfactorily passed an examination on it. This philosophy will take the place of the subjects taught in schools. This philosophy will not take the place of subject taught in schools, but it will enable one to organize and apply the knowledge acquired. So are you underlining and highlighting and doing all that stuff? So on this page, the shortest, dependable, most functional success for anyone seeking a definite goal in life. See, this book won't make sense unless you have a definite goal. I mean a clear, definite, major purpose. Do you believe you learned valuable knowledge in your lifelong learning? Would it be fair to say most have not been able to First, organize, and second, apply this organized knowledge to their benefit. You know how to make money. You know how to do, you know the tools you need to use to make money, the skills you have. Have you been able to apply it and organize it? That's the question. Okay, so we're continuing on with this. What do you want most? Last sentence. This philosophy will not take the place on the subjects taught in schools, but it will enable one to organize and apply the knowledge acquired and convert it into useful service and adequate compensation without waste of time. So do you feel you currently waste your time? Dr. John R. Turner, Dean of the College of the City of New York, after having read the book, said, "The very best example of soundness of this philosophy is your own son, Blair." Blair, whose dramatic story you have outlined in the chapter on desire. Dr. Turner has reference to the author's son, who, born without normal hearing capacity, not only avoided becoming a deaf mute, yet actually converted his handicap into priceless asset by applying the philosophy here described. The most profitable way to use this book. Let me ask you right now. Do you know when you go to have a conversation with somebody, when you go to speak to somebody, to present to somebody, they are asking you, teach me your profit formula. I want to sit down and hang out with you to learn your profit formula. That could be somebody who wants you to talk to them about relationships, who talks to them about empty nesting, who talks to them about travel, who talks to them about side gig business, who talks to them about moving their horses, managing their horses, somebody about how to raise better kids. They're looking for a profit formula. What if you ask them? See, what happens is when we get into a presentation, when we get into a conversation, when we get into our own journaling, we start to get off on these tangents of awareness and knowledge and sophistication. The reality comes down to this. What is your profit formula? And if you're not making the money, your profit formula is not working. And some people will argue to maintain their lack of profit. Does that make sense? After reading the story starting on page 66, you will realize that you are about to come into the possession of a philosophy which can be transmuted into material wealth and serve as readily to bring you peace of mind, understanding, spiritual harmony, and in some instances, as in the case of the author's son, it can help you master physical affliction. The author discovered through personally analyzing hundreds of successful men that all, underline all, of them followed the habit of exchanging ideas through what is commonly called conferences. When they had problems to be solved, they sat down together and talked freely until they discovered from their joint contribution of ideas a plan that would serve their purpose. You who read this book will get most out of this by putting into practice the mastermind principle described in the book. This you can do, as others are doing so successfully, by forming a study club consisting of any desired number of people who are friendly and harmonious. The club should have a meeting at regular periods, as often as once a week. The procedure should consist of reading one chapter of the book at each meeting, then after which the contents of the chapter should be freely discussed by all members. Each member should make notes, putting down all ideas of his own inspired by the discussion. Each member should carefully read and analyze each chapter several days prior to its open reading and joint discussion in the club. The reading of the club should be done by someone who reads well and understands how to put color and feeling into the lines. By following the plan, every reader will get from its pages not only the sum of the total of the best knowledge organized from the experience of hundreds of successful men, but more important by far, he will tap into new sources in his own mind, as well as acquire knowledge of priceless value from every other person present. I would offer you, are you part of a mastermind? not just a place where you sit and listen, where you have conversations with people, where you hold people accountable, where they hold you accountable. Are you truly part of a mastermind? If not, and it takes two to start it, you and someone else. Now, some of you, it may not take somebody who's alive. You have to do this consistently. You have to trigger and challenge and prod and poke the ideas of your brain into something bigger, because your profit formula is already inside you. What's running is a programming that wasn't yours. And that's the issue. The program you are currently running is not your desire for profit. It's somebody else's desire for presence. Okay, publisher's preface to the original. Is this one going to get into all of the people? Yes, so I'm just going to read a couple of the stuff. This book conveys the experience of more than 500 men of great wealth who began at scratch with nothing and gave in return for riches except thoughts. This is all they started. They started with thoughts, ideas, and organized plans. The book could close right there. What are your thoughts? What are your organized plans? What are your riches that you want to expect? So here's all of my notes on these pages. What actions do you do that guarantee financial independence? Right, so there's my notes. Right, there's all my notes on these different pages. What actions do you do that guarantee financial independence? That's a tough one. Or not. Could be. What do you have to give the wealth you seek? What is your offering to success? What? Yeah, wealth is going to pay you. What is the price you're going to pay for your wealth? What? Nothing's for free. The reason many of us struggle, the reason many people I work with struggle, is because they won't pay the price. They won't do the thing that's different. They won't study. They won't act on their own. They won't do what Tony Robbins says, practice in private so they can be rewarded in public. They keep going along, and kind of like Jim Rohn's story about the seed and the sower, you're going to sow some seeds and the rocky soil will get some. The rocky soil will get some. It'll land on the soil and it'll start to sprout, and then it'll die because it can't get any roots. And you'll think, oh my gosh, my seed's dead, right? And I love the part where he gets to the birds. You'll put it in the fertile soil and it'll be just right. And then the birds will come. This happens with my chickens. Every time I plant grass seed, all the time. I'll plant grass seed and I'll water it and it all looks good and everything else. And then I'll come out and I'll look over and there'll be the chickens scratching it. The birds are going to get some. You've got to plant a lot of seed to deal with all of the issues of life. And the challenge is most of us aren't planting enough seeds. So what are you going to give for the wealth you seek? What can you use as payment for the wealth you receive? Here you have an entire philosophy of money making, just as organized from the actual achievements of the most successfully known men in America, known to America. Here you have an entire philosophy of money making, just as it was organized from the actual achievements of the most successful men known to the American people during the past 50 years. It describes what to do, also how to do it. It presents complete instructions on how to sell your personal services. We are all looking for stimulus. The challenge is that it's keeping us from finding our need stimulus for our success. What do you need? What do you want? Not what do you want to get distracted by? What do you want? What do you truly want? And then just focus on that. The challenge is that we lack discipline of major proportions. Discipline is the ability to do something long after the emotion of making the idea, creating the idea, having the idea has left you. Ooh, I'm going to get healthy. And you're still 40 pounds overweight. I'm going to start exercising. And you haven't walked your 30 minutes in a day. What do you call property that is worth millions and has a residence or two or three on the same property? What do you call a piece of property that's worth millions and it's got a bunch of buildings, maybe 2 or 3 buildings, maybe 2 or 3 houses on there, maybe a guest house, maybe a servant's house, caretaker's house? You call that an estate. What are you working for? Are you working for a rental property or are you working for an estate in your life? There's a price to pay. There's 2 different prices to pay. You can rent your success, or you can finally decide to put down the down payment on your estate. What do you choose? What say you? This is your decision. Riches cannot always be measured in money. Define and describe riches for yourself. I'm cherry picking now content out of this. That's stuff I've underlined. What has to be adopted in you before your success could even happen? These are the $1 million questions, at least for me. They may be, hopefully they're of some value to you. So what actions do you do that guarantee financial independence? Scrolling, does that guarantee your financial independence? Complaining, does that guarantee your financial independence? Arguing with people, does that guarantee your financial independence? Delaying your success, does that guarantee your financial independence? Doing the boring, does that guarantee your financial independence? Not doing stuff you know you should do, stuff you say, well, I don't really like that. Does that get you your financial independence? It's very basic. It's very fundamental. So in psychology, there's something called a scotoma, and it's called a blind spot. If you've ever been driving on the highway and you're on the outside lane and you're going to merge in, and usually there could be a car in that blind spot in that corner. Now the mirrors are much better now that you could see, and the windows are much better now that you could see all of the areas of your car. But if you've ever been driving and you went to swerve over and all of a sudden a horn blows, you're like, oh my God, I didn't see them. They were your scotoma. They were in your blind spot. They were there. And the fact that you didn't see them didn't mean they couldn't hurt you. All who read and understand and apply this philosophy will be better to attract and enjoy these higher estates, which always have been and always will be denied to all except those who are ready for them. See, until you prepare yourself, listen, you can't go on vacation till you prepare yourself. You got to make sure the dog is fed and the cat is watered and the fish is fed. You got to prepare all of these things to go on to your vacation, to go on to your journey. More people spend time in preparation for their vacation than they do in preparation for their wealth. You have to become prepared for your wealth. It's already available. It already exists. Everything you want exists. It is as close as your skin. It is a mindset game. It is not an action set game. Once your mindset is correct, your actions, Wallace D. Wattles, you will start to do things in a certain way. Money and material things are essential for freedom of body and mind, and there are some who will feel that the greatest of all riches can be evaluated only in the terms of a lasting friendship, harmonious family relationships, sympathy, and understanding between business associates, and introspective harmony which brings one peace of mind, measurable only in spiritual values. Define riches for you. What does it mean? Is it a dollar amount? Is it a freedom amount? Is it a debt-free amount? What is the amount? And then go to work immediately on it. The challenge is that we set these dreams and then we don't do anything with it. And the universe says, you're not serious. You're not serious. You can't possibly be serious. And the reason you're not serious is because you don't have a white hot burning desire. You don't decide to burn the bridges, burn the boats, and sink the ships. You always leave an out. You always leave a 32 options of delay. Do you know why you are being denied your higher estates in life? Because you're not providing value, period, end of story. I don't care what it is you do. If you want something in life and you are currently not receiving it, you are not providing value to the universe, to your marketplace, to your industry, to whatever it is to receive the income. People buy value. They don't buy social media posts. Just looking for any of my other notes. Be prepared, therefore, when you expose yourself to the influence of this philosophy, to experience a changed life, which may help you not only to negotiate your way through life with harmony and understanding, also to prepare you for the accumulation of material riches in abundance. That's the challenge. That's the challenge right there. And we're still in the preface. This is in the introduction. This is from the original. Be prepared, therefore, when you expose yourself to the influence of this philosophy, to experience, when you expose yourself to this philosophy, be prepared to experience a changed life, which may help you not only negotiate your way through life with harmony and understanding, also to prepare you for the accumulation of material riches in abundance. Get all these notes on this page. Author's introduction to the original, right? Okay, so this is a note on, I'll read this. MLM gives to the person and persons, MLM gives to the person, and the person does not transmute the MLM value to align with their individual value. Therefore, they find themselves in a values war with those around them and themselves. Now, network marketing gives you a chance to own a business. You may value owning a business. You may value having, talking about a particular digital product, digital service. That brings you value. And the challenge is that because what it offers you and what you have been told by the company it offers you, you then want to go tell everybody else they should have the same values and want the same thing. And therefore you wind up in a war, a values war with your prospects. See, they may say they want more money, but then they tell you they have no money, and it makes no sense. They may say they want more time, and then they tell you they don't have time. They may say they want to get healthier, and then they continue to eat poorly. It's a values war. It's why we must ask questions that are bigger pictures than what we see. Tell me, how do you want to get started? Tell me, what would be what are your list of values you use to determine if something is worth your time? Most people never ask that. We just assume when they say, I want some money, I want to start a business, that they do. They're lying. They're lying. 98% of the population, they're lying. It's not because they want to lie. It's because all of a sudden they realize that you may have the solution and they're going to have to change their identity, and they're not giving themselves permission to change their identity. So they lie. I don't have time. I don't have money. I'm too busy right now. Maybe someday in the future. Right now, what are you prepared to take to the world? If you were to deliver your best value, what would that be? I'm just going to put a bookmark in there right there. You can read the book. You don't need me to read the book. I'm reading to you what I get out of the book. So if you were asked right now to go deliver your best value to the world, what would it be? I'm serious. If right now, in the next 20 minutes, you had 20 minutes to prepare because you've been living your value, what would you give at the top of the hour? What would the topic be? How long could you talk about it? I'm going to guess, I'm going to go out on a limb that the majority of you could come up with a topic. And it may not be necessarily the title of your business. Maybe it is. My question is what would be the topic? And then the question is, let me ask you this. How many days could you talk about it? If they said, we're going to give you a seminar and we're going to pay you $100,000 a day, could you make it a day? Could you go 8 hours on talking about your topic? Do you have it in an organized fashion? Could you speak on it? Could you share on it? How many stories could you tell about the value you've brought to the world? You want to know why you struggle? It's because you don't have enough stories. You don't have enough. I don't care if they're not your stories. If you're just beginning, the only thing you have is thoughts about your success. Are you hanging around those who create success in your world? What are the stories you tell? What stories have you collected about the value you've brought to the world, aka testimonials? It's not rocket science, although we seem to make it that way. See, the brain is wired to forget what worked because it's not a threat. When we understand, and I've been doing this now for 4 decades, when we understand that our success, it gets filed away faster than you can see a lightning bolt flash. It gets filed away into done. And we forget how much done we've done in our life. So therefore, we think, and we're in this constant environment of needing to compare. Not by design, by forced design. Social media. I'm not good enough. They're not good enough. They're having a good enough day. Oh, they're having a terrible day. My life is a little bit better. I'm okay with that. All of these images. Could you imagine that if everything you heard and everything you saw and everything you felt, if you had to store that in containers in your house, it would take, you'd need another house. Because everything you see, everything you hear, consciously, subconsciously, TV in the other room, you hear it because your brain is looking for, will it kill me? Or how fast could I recognize the pattern? And the storage containers you put those in are called your cells, called your body. It's why it takes 18 months on average to rewire the body to a new level of success. Not 21 days, 18 months on average, some faster, some longer. Why? Because there's something called neuroencoding. You know how many millions of people have bought this book? You know how many millions of people have read this book? The philosophy and the formulas in here work all the time, every single time. I'm grabbing another book. Do you know how many people have bought this book and read this book, Science of Getting Rich? Now, they don't have all of the questions that go along with it. They don't have this workbook. But they bought the little green book, The Science of Getting Rich. Do you know how many people have bought it and read it? Do you know how many people converted into the success that it's supposed to be? About 1%. Why? The words don't change in this book. I read it, you win, I don't. It's not the book's fault. It's your mindset. To say you read the book does nothing. If you've ever read a good marketing program, a marketing campaign, if you've ever learned some new skills and talents and you've learned some new scripts and they're not working for you, that's your problem. And then we say, it doesn't work. Everything works. If it produces negative results, it works. When you adapt and open your mind's eye that everything works, it's when you get off your high horse and say, that produced a result I don't want. I will avoid that. If it is producing results that other people want that I kind of would like, then it is not the product. It is not the process. It is me using the process that needs to shift. And the majority of people will not shift. They can read this book 50 times and it not do a dang thing for them. Why? Because they're not willing to adapt and adopt new energies, new philosophies. When The Secret was brought to my attention by Carnegie more than a quarter century ago. The first chapter, the first paragraph. In every chapter of this book, mention has been made of the money-making secret which has made fortunes for men, more than 500 exceedingly wealthy men, whom I have carefully analyzed over the long periods. If you could get the secrets, if you were really looking for the script, in every chapter of this book, every chapter is the secret to massive wealth. Why wouldn't you read it till you find it? Well, I read it, I didn't see it. Are you ready for it? Was your mind ready for it? Because when you see it, it will jump off the page at you. Hang on. The Secret was brought to my attention by Andrew Carnegie more than a quarter century ago. The canny, lovable Scotsman carelessly tossed it into my mind with a merry twinkle in his eye and watched carefully to see if I had the brains enough to understand the full significance of what he had said to me. When he saw that I had grasped the idea, he asked if I would be willing to spend 20 years or more preparing myself to take it to the world, to men and women who, without the secret, might go through life as failures. I said I would, and Mr. Carnegie's cooperation, I have kept my promise. This book contains the secret after having been put to the practical test by thousands of people in almost every walk of life. It was Mr. Carnegie's idea in the magic formula, that the magical formula which had given him stupendous fortune ought to be placed within the reach of people who do not have the time to investigate how men make money, and was his hope that I might test and demonstrate the soundness of the formula through the experience of every men and women in every calling. He believed the formula should be taught in all public schools and colleges, and expressed the opinion, if it were properly taught, it would so revolutionize the entire educational system that the time spent in school could be reduced to less than half. So here are my notes. I offer you a solution that those who have neither time nor focus to investigate the secret of success. See, when you truly understand the materials of success, the philosophies of success, and you truly can grasp them and spit them out and offer people the unique in a certain way, you will get to say, I offer you a solution to those who have neither the time nor the focus to investigate the secret of success. That's what I do. I've been doing it for 40 years. It doesn't mean you have to spend 40 years. I'm offering it to you. Every day I offer it to you. Every day I offer it to you. Some of you have raised your hand and said, okay, I'm tired of scratching at the surface. Give me a shovel, give me a pick, let me go to work. And some of you have taken that on. Some of you can still take that on. If there's a part of you that says, well, you're watching this video, you're listening to this, I don't care what day you've come across it, and you're going, I'm tired of struggling. I want to go into the world-class fitness of finances. And I want to understand what it truly takes to create great wealth. Great wealth, not average wealth, not 6 figures, 7 figures, great wealth, abundant wealth. And there's a secret to that. And it's as close as your skin. Could your knowledge of what it takes to accumulate riches be enhanced? Maybe. Could you serve yourself if you learned more about the process? Wallace D. Wattles talks about in The Science of Getting Rich, you have a right to be rich. If you could experience a much deeper, more meaningful life if you had more money, if you would love to travel and see the arts, go to the monasteries and the museums to see the great works of art, if that would inspire your life, then you have a right to be rich. That's within your riches. That's within your capability and capacity. The reason that it's not happening is because of the programming you're currently running. His experience with Charles M. Schwab, Carnegie's experience with Schwab, and other young men of Schwab's type convinced Mr. Carnegie that much of what is taught in schools is of no value whatsoever in the connection with the business of earning a living and accumulating riches. See, you can be taught to earn a living. Right now, you're earning a living. You're getting by. You're probably better than most, but you are not accumulating riches. Why? Why are you not accumulating? Are there other people accumulating riches? The laws of the universe are so universal that if somebody else could do it, you could do it. Why aren't you doing it? Why are you not doing it? It's because of this. It's because of your programming. It's because of the way your body responds when you hear ideas. Some of you are getting upset right now, me telling you that it's all available to you. And you're like, no, it's not. Okay. My mentor would say, you're right. I'm rich. Let's move on. And riches had nothing to do with money. Moreover, his coaching made fortunes for every one of them who followed his instructions. Carnegie had arrived at a decision because he had taken into his business one young man after another, many of with little schooling, and by coaching them in the use of this formula, he developed them into rare leadership. He developed in them rare leadership. Moreover, his coaching made fortunes for everyone who followed his instructions. In the chapter on faith, you will read an astounding story of the organization of the giant U.S. Steel Corporation. As it was conceived and carried out by one of the young men whom Mr. Carnegie proved that the formula will work for all who are ready for it, the single application of this secret by this young man, Charles M. Schwab, made him a fortune in both money and opportunity. Roughly speaking, this particular application of the formula was worth $600 million. These facts and the facts that are known to almost everyone who knew Carnegie give you a fair idea that what you're reading in this book may bring you, what the reading of this book may bring you, provided you know what you want. DMP. If you're going to read the book and go, this will open my heart and tell me what I want. No, you got to show up here with what do you want beforehand. This is the menu. What do you want? This is the recipe to cook the thing you want. You don't go to the grocery store and buy everything on the shelf going, I guess I'll figure out what I want later. You go to the grocery store because you have a list of things you want, you need, you desire. You don't go buy all of the other stuff. You just don't. We go with a better list, a better desire, a better definite major shopping experience to a grocery store than we do with our lives. I think that's time to change. The secret which I refer to has been mentioned in no fewer than has been mentioned no fewer than 100 times in this book. In this book, no fewer than 100 times is a signal, the secret, the vibration of success been revealed in these pages. 100 times. How many have you seen? And if you haven't seen one, it's your vibration. It is your signal. You have your protection levers so tight going, this book can't teach me anything. I'm not going to learn something from an old 1900s, 1920 kind of conversation. That's not going to teach me. That protection lever, that identity is keeping you stuck. Do you know how to prepare your mind to receive, to see, to hear, to absorb the secret? These are my notes. The secret has been flown into your world thousands of times. You were unable to see it because you were not in harmony with it. You have created your own scotoma, your own blind spot. Your body and your mind need the benefit of discovery of your greatness to awaken your internal flame of wonder. Your body and your mind need the benefit of discovery of your greatness. What is your greatness? What is the thing you do most? What is the thing only you could do? What is your purpose here? Is it to struggle, complain, and aggravate yourself and others? Who feels you have promised too much in your success journey? Who feels you have promised too much in your success journey? Promised too much to others, so therefore you feel like you're failing. It's time to change that. It's time to keep your promises. What current value do you hold that are a price way more than the results you are receiving? Your current values are costing you millions. Listen, if you're here and that sounds like a lot of money, then you're not in the right place. Millions are not an issue. If you're going to be alive for the next decade, 2 decades, making 200 grand a year shouldn't be a big issue. 200 grand a year for the next 10 years is $2 million. Wake up. $1 million, $100,000 in the next for the next 10 years, year after year, is $1 million. If you're not here to make millions of dollars, aka that's why you struggle. If you want to become wealthy, and this isn't about being owning ownership, dominion over others. This is about you taking care of you. How many of your grandkids do you want to pay for their colleges? Listen, the fact that nobody paid for yours or you had to work 3 jobs at yours, so what? Congratulations. Yay. The world's smallest violin plays for you. Now get over it. Everything that's happened to you up to this point is a great story. If you want people to know about your pain and your suffering, get on the next bus. Nobody cares. Nobody cares unless it brings value to them. And if you're looking at, woe is me, why is this happening to me? I can't believe I'm doing this. Nobody this is just, I'm having such a tough time. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. You've got to make a decision right now, in this moment, right here, right in this space, and say, enough is enough. And I choose to be in control of my success. A peculiar thing about The Secret is that those who acquire it and use it find themselves literally swept to success with but little effort, and they never again submit to failure. If you doubt this, study the names of those who have used it. Wherever they have been mentioned, check their records for yourself and be convinced. There's no such thing as something for nothing. The secret to which I refer cannot be had without a price. although the price is far less than its values. And some people I know are never willing to pay the price because they're not willing to receive the massive 10x, 100x, 200x, 1,000x of the value they get in return for the price they pay. You showing up doing the same thing every day is not paying the price. Let me let you in on a little secret. The fact that you show up and you struggle is not paying the price. This is not, the price you are paying is not struggle, it's identity. It's the shift of your mindset. It's the attitude of your altitude. Some people are so in love with their comfort zone that it becomes a prison. It's a crime scene. Your comfort zone is a crime scene. And the challenge is you're not seeing the evidence. Somebody who comes in who experiences comfort zones, aka crime scenes of other individuals, can see the evidence right in front of you, and you refuse to see the evidence. Well, I want to do more. That's fine. You want to do more. You won't continue to do it day in, day out, until you love your crime scene. You love your comfort zone. The secret has been passed down to a business associate of Mr. Edison, who had used it so effectively that he was then making $12,000 a year. He accumulated a great fortune and retired from active business while still a young man. You may find the story at the beginning of the first chapter. If you can, it should convince you that riches are not beyond your reach and you can still be what you wish to be. That money, fame, recognition, and happiness can be had by all who are ready and determined to have these blessings. See, when you shift into I deserve this, I am ready for this, I am ready to be wowed, I am ready to experience wonder and mystery and desire. See, most people live in significance and certainty. If you listen to people who talk about I or this or I've done that or I'm part of this and I've done that, I've tried that, when somebody says something and they have to jump in and say, oh, I've done that too, and I know exactly what, that is significance. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. They didn't ask you. Unless somebody said, who has an experience like that, there's no reason for you to share what you've done or the pain you're in or the suffering you're in or the challenges you're in. Nobody cares. Nobody really cares. That's significance. And then certainty, which is the other critical sin that most people live in, is that they got to know, this is what I know, and we're going to do that. Significance and certainty, if you live in those two worlds, you will be in pain. Period. End of story. No way around it. Significance and pain, significance and certainty, your life is pain. Period. Well, how do I get out of that? Be humble. Be a good servant without being a slave, and be in wonder. I'm curious about that. It's a huge shift. I get it. It's why it's so easy to program people. So easy to program. Wow, it's been an hour and we haven't even got through the introduction. That's why these books take so long for me. Let me see here. I'm just going to read some more of my notes here. What are you not applying in your life that you know works always in your favor? Ugh. Again, these are for me. These weren't teaching notes for you. This is me teaching me. I'm giving you, you are sitting right here next to me while I'm reading this. What are you not applying in your life that you know works always in your favor? Why do we do this to ourselves? Do you know why we won't use what we know always works? Addiction to approval and self-talk. Period. End of story. Period. End of period. There is no arguing that. That is the fact. The reason you will not use what you know works in your favor is addiction to approval, neuroencoding. You're afraid of what people are going to think about you, say about you, when you really don't care about what they say anyways, but your subconscious Addiction to approval and self-talk. Why do we lack the inspiration to do what we know works? Addiction to approval and self-talk. What are you scooping up as you go? Okay, so this is based on this. As far as schooling is concerned, many of these men had little schooling, had what little schooling. Many of these men, like John Wanamaker, once told me that he had little schooling he acquired in very much the same manner as a modern locomotive takes on water, by scooping it up as he runs. Henry Ford never reached high school, let alone college. I'm not attempting to minimize the value of schooling. What I'm trying to express my earnest belief that those who master and apply the secret will reach the highest stations, accumulate riches, and bargain with life on their own terms, even if their schooling was but meager. So my question down here is, what are you scooping up as you go? What are you scooping up and throwing away? Could you imagine if a train scooped up all of the water, stopped, got all of the water, but there was a hole in the tank? Somewhere as you read, the secret to which I refer to will jump off this page and stand boldly before you if you are ready for it. When it appears, you will recognize it. Whenever you receive the sign in the first or the last chapter of the moment, when it presents itself, this is the part I love. You've heard me say this. Turn down a glass. For on that occasion will mark the most important turning point in your life. I know every time when I read this, now, the first few times when I read it, it didn't jump off the page. I've been reading this now for 35, for almost 40 years. I remember when it first turned off. It's in that book. I can't give it to you. I can't tell it to you because you're going to be going, well, I don't see it. I don't see it. And you're going to be focused on it. You got to find your own secret. When it appears, you will recognize it. Whether you receive it in the first or the last chapter, stop for a moment when it presents itself, turn down a drink, for that occasion will mark the most important turning point in your life. Remember, too, that as you go through this book that deals with facts and not fiction, its purpose being to convey a great universal truth through which all who are ready may learn not only what to do, but also how to do it, and to receive as well the needed stimulus to make a start. A final word of preparation before you begin the first chapter. May I offer these suggestions that may provide a clue by which Carnegie's secret may be recognized? It is this: all achievement, all earned riches have their beginning in an idea. If you are ready for the secret, you already possess one half of it. Therefore, you will readily recognize the other half the moment it reaches your mind. My notes. What is the one half we as the reader already possess? A willingness to have an open mind to allow it to jump off the page. Ah, God, that's such good stuff. Questions, comments, thoughts, takeaways? What'd you learn? What'd you like? AJ, good morning.
Dobro jutro.
Dobro jutro.
Kako si?
Hvala.
It means how are you, buddy? What did I teach you?
Standing.
Izvanredno. That's what I thought you. Well, I'm afraid I'm out of Kevlar, buddy, because you've been spraying ammo this morning. Woke up and chose violence. God damn. That's yeah, it's not that funny. I'm just kidding.
Listen, I promise you.
Yeah, one of us is always gonna. Yeah, I'm still waiting for the other time, by the way.
It took me almost 2 years.
That's great. Listen, this was
it's different than just reading it, right?
Oh, yeah. It's real intriguing, and the way you put it, which is, dare I say, my language, which is tough, kind of gave it even more weight as you were reading it. And especially this is what's most interesting fact to me, which is the fact that you chose to share with us your own thoughts as you were reading this, which really helps because then we get to see your own thought process as you go through the book. And just for instance, some of the questions that you write as you read a paragraph or a sentence or a chapter or so on,
Mm-hmm.
I would never think of that. And I don't think any one of us would. So that's what even gets it more value, I think, as you read it. And then one thing that you said as you were wrapping up really hit me, which was I think the last sentence in the in the preface
Mm-hmm.
that said that in order for you to get the secret, you must be ready to get it. And I think we're in a good spot now after everything we've been through. I mean, I can talk for me.
Yep.
I'm sure as hell I can talk for others as well, because I mean, we're on the same path here. I think the bunch of us here are ready to dive
Well,
in.
let me ask you this. In order to become ready, what do you have to stop being?
The old me.
Not ready.
Oh, not ready. Well, yeah.
Because not ready says, so what happens when we step into the unknown? What we're asking is, what the book is asking is saying, those who are ready. Ready for what? If we're asking ready for what, A, we don't have clarity, and we don't have, when we're not living in, and we're not living in significance. We're living in significance. I need to know. We're living in certainty. I need to know. You won't know. Now, if you have your DMP, we all have goals. Why aren't our goals instantly flying to us? You know what we have to be ready for? Harmony with the goal. We have to put our mind in such a state that that goal exists, that we live it, visualize it, taste it, smell it, touch it, feel it, everything. It has become such a part of who we are that it has to show up. That's what we have to be ready for. We have to be ready for nothing that currently exists in our life. Nothing. The no thing. And as soon as we're ready for nothing that exists in our life, the thing we want can finally show up. Why can't we get rid of the everything that's in our life? Because it's our identity. Well, if I lose that, if I lose my picnic table, what the hell's going to happen to me? And if, well, God forbid, one of my sheep dies, what am I going to do? Oh my God, my life is destroyed. That's your story. Let me ask you this, AJ. They come, they take all of your possessions. Can you replace them?
Yeah.
How long would you be mad?
Well, now that I know better, because you taught me, I wouldn't be mad. Actually, scratch that. I would be furious if one thing went missing, which is my gray journal.
So then I would figure out a way to make sure that never goes missing. I'd duplicate it, I'd scan it, I'd put it in a file, I'd digitize it, I'd have it on a USB key. I would have that thing in 7 different places. I would mail one to a friend who's out of the country in case, God forbid, nuclear war happened and the EMF gets it.
And I learned that from you.
So now the question is that if they took everything, did they take anything?
Really not.
No. And that's the shift. You cannot take from me what I know. Knowledge is unable to be stolen. You can steal everything I got, baby. Everything I got. I would rather you not. I will fight for it. But if you did, how do I know this? Because my house got destroyed. The dream house of dream houses, 5,000 acre lake, 70-foot glass windows in the back. Unbelievable. Walk around in my underwear if I want. Nobody there. 5,000 acre lake, just on the lake, 7 other houses, the end of nowhere called Shangri-La, and the hurricanes in 2004, 3 of them right over my house. Neighbor lost bricks. He lost shingles. I lost my house, became condemned. I think I got a pretty nice place here. When you are tied to things, things control you. They cannot steal your wealth. They can steal the stuff that identifies your wealth. Isn't that fascinating?
You're onto something. I was thinking about this one thing that you told me the other day after I expressed my joy due to an awareness that happened. And you said, "That's fascinating. Are you ready for an upgrade?" I said, "Yes, as always." And you said, "Well, this right now, the accumulation of everything that happened over the last 9, 10 months,
Mm-hmm.
that is," and I quote, you said, "you starting to scratch the surface." And then what you said today regarding the unknown, as you were screaming your point at me. I'm just kidding, I love you.
I know.
Uh, as you were expressing your point, that I remembered that conversation and I went, well, this is it. Because if I am feeling this good, and I gotta say, I'm kind of feeling like I have this hidden knowledge right now that gives me the edge over everybody.
Everyone.
And then you say that's only scratching the surface and it's in the unknown. There's a massive shift that happened because my reaction to that was, oh, okay.
This is
So
going to
we
get fun.
have this is going to get very fun, as opposed to what would be my reaction, let's say a year ago. They would say, oh, so just going to take a shit on me. I just told him I did something nice and he's shitting on me and whatever. And right now, I'm I'm thinking to myself, oh, okay, so this is an appetizer. Again, going back to a conversation we had on the ranch during dinner time, when you told me that's the appetizer, so setting the stage is the appetizer, there's still 8 courses left. And I'm thinking, wow.
And that's
So,
just in this restaurant. Then we leave and go to another one.
yeah. So
Now,
I
here's the
want to
question for
thank
you.
you for
Here's
your input.
since you're in this state of mind, let me ask you, which is bigger than in your life, the known or the unknown?
The unknown.
And everything that, and this is for everybody, everything that you want that you don't currently have, it is in the known or the unknown.
Unknown, I'd say.
It has to be. Otherwise, you'd have it.
Yeah.
So then why do we stay focused on this little tiny infinitesimal amount of known? Because that's our identity. We get our significance from what we know. What do you know? Hell, I don't know much. I get paid to think. What do you think about that? I don't get paid to think. I don't. I do not get paid to think. I am not in a think tank. I do not get paid to. You are not hiring me to think for you. And if that's the case, next. I get paid to offer you new thoughts, to trigger new ideas, to trigger new secrets in you every single day. And when you decide you are ready to trigger new secrets every single day, you will live in the unknown in such a place because you now understand the law of attraction. In the unknown, what exists? Everything. Everything exists in the unknown. What exists in the unknown that you want? More of what I want. Then why not ask and put your order in for more of what you want? Well, it's I don't want to ask too big. Says who? Who just said don't ask too big? Ego. It makes sense to do things in an orderly fashion. Yet when you grasp this, you will go from 300,000 to 300 million. It is not impossible to go to 300 million. Because 300 million, the price you pay, the price you're going to pay back, all of the kids you're going to start foundations, you're going to start what's the name of your trading company, your finance company?
Atlas Capital.
Capital. See, I knew it would come to me. You're going to start the Atlas Capital overnight community, the Atlas Capital Dream Club. And you know about Make-A-Wish Foundation?
Yep.
Have you heard of that?
Yep.
It's where they give dying children their wishes. I love the idea. Why the frick don't we give living children their wishes? You know what that show? You know what that tells kids? I should be dying if I want to go to Disney. You can get mad at me. Tell me it's not true, though. Don't come to this game playing nice. Come to this game to give nice. Don't come here thinking this isn't an argument. This is about how we are teaching and where people get their significance from. I agree we should give dying children their greatest wish. Why do I have to be dying? Why do I have to be programmed that in order for me to win, I got to suffer? Never said that. The Garden of Eden was the Garden of Eden. Anything you wanted, anytime you wanted. Until we said we want more. So, there you go. Shammy, I saw your hand up. Shammy, go ahead. What was your question? Hello, my love. And before Shammy, you speak, Selena is here. My little Selena, my little energy, holistic superstar. I just want to say hello, Selena. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Shammy, how are you, my love?
Thank you. I'm great. Thank you. That was amazing. I got goosebumps a few times.
I love it. You give me
I've
goosebumps all the time.
I think it's amazing you've gone through the book so much yourself, and with the wisdom you're sharing from yourself with while reading, it's like I think adds like 10x to the experience. Good. And I did have a question, but you answered it with AJ about certainty and significance and certainty. Yeah, I was kind of like, and I think I've heard you say that before, and I'm pretty sure the first time I had the same thought and feeling, because I feel like I not having that a lot in my life, I'm always searching for that, and then you say that that's the pain, and it just like makes it just makes me like go into so many thoughts but you did, I was gonna ask you to maybe explain it more, and you kind of just did right there at the end with AJ.
Well, how would you like a personal recipe? One that is strictly for you.
I would love that.
That would work always for you. So you've heard me talk about your evidence file, right?
Yes.
Okay. How many, I'm going to ask you, and the number I may not be surprised at the number, but have you ever written out your evidence file? All of the things you've done well.
I have. Thanks.
Okay.
Yeah, I have.
What number are you at? What's the number in your evidence file? If you were to guess.
I'm pretty sure I made it to about 50.
Okay. That's why you're going to continue to suffer, my love. You have how many little ones? 3?
Yeah.
Yeah. They all still alive?
I'm sure that from the last time I wrote it out, I can do it again and I'm sure that I can get more evidence.
You want to know what number I think you could easily get to?
2 million?
Yeah. What number do you think you could easily get to?
100.
What number do you think you could easily get to?
1,000,000.
At least 1,000.
1,000.
Did your kids need you yesterday?
Like literally write out at least 1,000?
Yeah, 1,000 easily. Did your kids need you yesterday? Did you do something wonderful for your kids yesterday?
I've had yes.
Okay. What's something you did yesterday for them that they said, thank you, mommy?
A lot.
Okay. What's one thing?
Play, feed.
Okay. So you played.
I worked out and they were watching.
Okay. So have you ever played with them at that age? I didn't ask you if you played with them before. This is how we shift our awareness. Have you ever played with them when they were that age?
Yes.
No.
Yesterday?
Yeah,
no.
Yesterday. They were never that age before. Today, if you play with them, they were never this age before.
Okay.
Right?
One day older.
They're one day older. So this is a whole new level of playing. Right? See what happened in your body? Your body is resisting this, and your body's going, Oh, wait a minute. Yeah. You've never raised your children at this age.
Yeah.
You hear,
Makes sense.
you hear how your body's going, oh crap, he's unlocking the secret. You have woken up today and this day has never existed. You have no clue of what's going to happen. The only way that you're going to get through the day is if we say this is going to be a lot like yesterday, and that limits our success. That alone, I hope today is as good as, or at least better, a little better than yesterday. If we're using yesterday to predict today, what are the chances you're going to have an exponential explosion of possibility?
I feel like I probably do that subconsciously. I'm gonna try to be better than yesterday.
Yeah, but try. Why not have an explosion of abundance? Why not let life pour into you everything that's as close as your skin? Why not set your intentions soon as you awake, soon as you become aware, set your intentions. Today is going to be the best day ever. My kids are going to be healthier than they've ever been. They're going to be smarter than they've ever been. They're going to play together better than they've ever played. I'm going to have opportunities come into my life that I've never experienced before. Do you know why opportunities, the dreams, the easy money, the flowing in of possibility and the opportunity that's that can't get into your life is because you wake up and go, oh, you check your phone and go, oh my God, my friend just said that nobody liked my post and blah, whatever it is. You are setting your intentions for the day based on yesterday's programming. When do you expect abundance to flow into your life? Tomorrow or today?
Today.
Yeah, so you can't use yesterday's programming for today's abundance. Well, how do I do that? Question is, why would you want to do that? Well, I want more for my kids. Then stay in that state. You've got to you have got to beat that out of you by saying, today is more for my family. Today is more for my family. I'm enough. Today is more for my family. I'm ready for abundance. Abundance flows into me effortlessly. Money comes to me from multiple streams easily and effortlessly. I get to use my value, my experience. People want to be around me. You have to just keep, the difference between the nut job downtown walking around town mumbling to themselves and us? There's no difference. Well, there's one difference. The only difference is they're talking out loud. We're just as crazy. They're talking out loud and we're not. I love you.
Love you too.
So when do you want what you want?
No.
Okay, so when you say now, where do you feel the resistance in your body? Or point to where you don't feel the resistance. That'll probably be an easier thing to do.
My heart is racing a little. I don't know why.
All we're doing is, listen, you're in the same spot and you're not running. Your heart is racing. Why? Because the neuroencoding, your brain is listening. Your brain knows all of this stuff. Shami, you are brilliant. You know this. You're brilliant. You all are. Shami, you are brilliant. I love you. The fact that you allow me into your life, the fact that you allow me to show up in your life says you're brilliant. Me or somebody. When it's not me, somebody else of genius is showing up in your life because you are a genius. The fact that I get to spend time with you, I love it. So now the part of you that is causing your heart to race is going, well, this is but this isn't. Every time he does this, he tells me I can have more, I can be more, because you already are more. And when you say, listen, you may just say, I'm more. I'm more. I choose more. I choose more. And when you go to eat your salad or your soup or your whatever, I choose more. When you go to dance today, I choose more. You're going to shake your hips a little bit more. You're going to play a little bit more. You're going to sing a little bit louder. Choose more. Just choose more. You don't have to choose massive. Choose more. Abundance. Is it more or less?
More.
Then just choose more, my love.
Thank you.
Say, I choose more.
I choose more.
Say, I'm Shami. I'm more.
I'm more. I'm Shami and I'm more.
Yeah.
More, I choose more.
Go when somebody says, "Hey, what's your name?" More. People call me Shannon. I'm More. See that energy, that smile, that enthusiasm, that entheos, that God within, my little love. That's the state you choose to be in. Just choose more.
Thank you.
I love you.
Thank you, love y'all.
Hey,
This
Selena.
amazing way to get ready for my day.
Isn't
Thank
it?
you.
I say that
Yes.
every time I get to see you and everybody here. This what amazing. I get to take all of this and go up and see the sheep. And that's why Anura comes running over to me. She literally, this little tiny peanut of one of our lambs, she comes running over and she nibbles on me. She can't give me kisses because she can't go, so she nibbles on me. And it is the greatest thing. I love it. Thank you, Shammy. Hey, Selena.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes. Look at that smile, those dimples. Oh my God, I missed you.
Good morning. I missed you so much. I forgot how potent these calls are. And as you were speaking, I was like, oh, it's like the familiar stabbing to the heart that I need. But I did have a question,
Yes.
as I usually do. Um, as you were speaking, I was thinking a lot about an analogy of baking.
Mm-hmm.
And I can see in my own life that I have all the ingredients and I'll whip everything together. But when it comes to actually putting it into the oven, there's just this fear or this gap when it comes to actually baking. And then, whatever you're making goes bad and your excitement to bake goes away. And it's just a very unfortunate experience. So I'm curious what your perspective is on that and like what can you do to be quicker in your movements and like being more of a doer, especially till completion.
So you let the cat out of the bag. I don't know if anybody else heard it, but I heard where the big secret is. And the secret is that you believe you have to do it all. See, you
Yes,
can't,
I do.
right? And so that's where you have to let go, let God. Imagine if you had to actually get into the soil with the seed and split it and bring in the moisture and create this internal pressure of up to 1300 psi for it to break the seed shell so that it could sprout and start to grow a taproot. Do you have to do any of that? No, God does that.
Yeah.
So the challenge is, my love, is that there's an identity in you that if I'm not hands-on on deck all the time, you forget the fact that you made the recipe. You now got to put it someplace. You got to put it in the oven. And if it comes out interesting, then you redo the recipe. The challenge is you're afraid of it failing. You're afraid of it not coming out right. Well, you're the only one going to eat it right now. That's what success is. You're the only one that eats it. You're the only one that knows it. The challenge is you're afraid to have success on your own. I'm guessing. You go off into the jungles of the world and you have this and nobody knows you and you're this goddess of creation. You're this beautiful soul. You're this amazing figure. You're this physical presence that most people can't understand. Until. And then a shift happens in your life. There's a part of your abundance. This is me, kind of, I love you, right? I forgot to say that part first. I love you, right?
I know that.
And because I know that you're ready and there's a part of your frustration that says enough is enough. And that's the conversation we're having. So rather than, hey, how are you? Good to that. Where me, I just cut to the chase. There's a part of you that's afraid to be seen. Because if you're seen, you're going to be like, what are they looking at? They're looking at your greatness. It's no longer just your beauty. It's no longer just your brains. It's the vibration you give. It's the soul that you expand into. And it's okay for you to have it faster than they do. And that's the challenge, is you've already got the recipe. What you're doing is you're putting it in somebody else's oven, and they don't even have their oven turned on. They didn't preheat their oven. You've been preheating your oven for a while. And you stop putting it into your own oven. You stop putting it into your own ideas, your own capabilities, your own capacity. You got everything. Stop putting it in somebody else's oven that's not even turned on. It doesn't work. Well, because you stuck it in that oven, dumbass. To use your metaphor.
Thank you. Appreciate that. But when you say me wanting to do everything on my own,
Yeah.
I still don't comprehend why that's a bad thing. And I know it hinders me.
It's not a bad thing, but you got to put it in your own oven. You're wanting to put it in everybody else's oven because if they use your recipe, they're going to succeed and they'll have life, and together we'll enjoy life more. You got to stay in your own freaking oven. This is the chef's challenge. You don't use anybody else's equipment.
So what does that look like to put it in my own oven?
You turn it over and you meditate on it. You say, it's okay, so this is done. I'm going to launch it into the oven, test it.
Yeah.
Do you know
And
how
then
go ahead.
it's also crazy how when you're about to put it in your own oven, or you're thinking about it, you're planning, you're doing the steps, but there's like your body freezes.
Yeah.
Like I've noticed that, and I'm like in the process of getting to my oven, but I'm like slow motion.
But it's so you got to ask who's freezing the body, because the one who created the recipe is not the one freezing. This is the proof that we are multiple identities.
Yeah.
So you
definitely.
have to ask, hey, listen, I'm getting ready to go put this oven. Who's going to show up and stop me from putting this in the oven? And you almost got to kind of ask like your mom or somebody of influence in your life going, I dare you to show up. I dare you to make a peep. We're going to go into the store. I dare you to make a peep. You got to ask who's showing up. So if you were to ask right now, you have enough awareness. If you were to ask, hey, listen, I'm asking everybody in my audience, when I go to the oven with my recipe, with my beautiful creation, my God-given gift and talent to build this thing, this amazing recipe, who's stopping me from putting it in the oven? Give me a name. Just give me a name. Right? You're kind of like in the interrogation. All I want is a name. You don't have time. I'll find them. Just give me a name. What's the name?
The name that comes to mind would just be myself.
Okay.
That doesn't want to be seen, like my younger
well,
self.
that's so here's what's
I don't know.
happening.
I don't like blaming people.
I know. Yeah, well, that's the point. Is that you're not blaming people. You just want to know. You're not blaming. There's the other key. You blame yourself for not putting it in the oven. You didn't stop putting yourself in the oven. So it's not blaming. I just need that person to sit their butt down. So give me a name. Stop with myself. Stop taking responsibility for everybody else in your life. Oh my God, I can't believe I showed up for this. So give me a name. I don't care what the name. I don't care if it's Farfignugan. Give me a name.
Okay, any name.
Give me a name, but you got to ask it. Somebody tell me. Somebody shout out the name. Who's my delayer? Because did you see when she said any name, her whole body went like this, like any name, any name's okay. Okay, I'll give you any name. I'll shrink. I'll sacrifice again. I don't want no sacrifice. I want my absolute rock stud, beauty queen, magnificent magician, Selena, to give me a name. Cough him up.
Oh gosh.
This is the delay. You do this, everything changes today, my love. Give me a name. I want a name.
Oh my gosh. Oh, I feel like a lot of people from my
Good.
past.
Give me one. Give me one. There's a ringleader. Give me the name. You see your body? You see what's happening?
Okay, we'll go with Enzo.
Okay, so Enzo. Ask Enzo to come to the front of the room.
Come to the front of the room, Enzo.
Now I'm going to
please.
ask Enzo. Enzo, are you the real one? Because Enzo now can tell me. So you just called Enzo out, but now Enzo is the one that's going to give me the name. Enzo, give me the name who's causing this delay. What does Enzo say? So it's not you, Selena, it's Enzo. Your body is freaking out, isn't it? I love it. I love it. This is called neuroencoding, ladies and gentlemen. What you are witnessing, what some of you may be feeling. How many of you drop an F in the chat if you're feeling her discomfort? I really want you to understand that this is a mastermind moment. If you can get this, if you feel this, this is significant. If you are feeling her discomfort, this is AK called mirror neurons. This is science, absolute 100% science. This isn't any woo-woo bull crap, nothing. If you are feeling her discomfort, it's because it's happening in you as well. Her mirror neurons, her micro expressions are triggering feelings in you. You're not sitting in her car. You ain't in Miami. And yet you're feeling this. This is what happens when you talk to your prospect and you let them off the hook. I am not letting her off the hook. So what name did Enzo give you? You thought, dang, I forgot about it. I didn't forget about it.
I guess it would go back to my mom.
Ah, do you love your mom?
Yes.
Okay. Is it okay if you don't disappoint your mom?
Is it okay if I don't disappoint her? Yes.
Yes. Is it okay if you live to her wildest expectations?
Yeah.
Then it's not your mom who's keeping you from putting the stuff in the oven.
My gosh, who is it? Who is this
I don't
mystery,
know. I'm asking you. I'm
mystery criminal?
This is where self-introspection comes in. Would it be okay if you said out loud, say this out loud, the person who's keeping me stuck, you're not in trouble. I need your help. Say that out loud.
The person who's keeping me stuck, you're not in trouble. I need your help.
Who just stepped forward? Could be the little version of you.
Yeah, that's really what I feel.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. How did I know that?
I said that initially though. That was my first
No,
feeling.
you said myself. I
My
said
younger self.
no, yeah, but you didn't say that. You said myself.
Well, I feel
I
that
know what
because
you
my
said.
younger self doesn't want to be seen.
Right. So what happens if your younger self hot? Was your younger self smart?
Yes.
So why are you making your physical appearance be the reason that you don't want to be seen? Oh,
I guess that's like societal
yeah.
programming and
But
yeah.
are you your little self?
I have her in me, but I'm not her now.
No. So then ask, can she hand it to you to put in the oven? She don't have to put it in
She
the oven.
should.
Well, ask her. Listen, you don't have to be seen, but can you carry it to me and let me put it in the oven? Can I put it in the oven for you and we can both win? You can see how beautiful you are, see how beautiful you've turned out to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, what?
Yeah, I like that. She could do that.
Okay, so what's the thing that you currently have made that needs to go into the oven? What idea, what process, what thing have you worked on? What ingredients have you assembled right now, today, that you can go throw in the oven and see what happens?
I'm building my first course
Okay,
to
awesome.
help people with nutrient-dense meal prepping.
Awesome.
And I get stuck in these phases of just like planning. And then I don't actually like make the content that I need to, but I know I can do it. It's very easy.
Awesome. So great. So what's the content you need today? So what's one step that you know that you've created content that has been in the waiting phase? What's one step?
I guess it would just be doing the introduction module today.
Excellent. And how long is it going to be?
Less than 10 minutes.
Okay. And is it a video or is it a written document as well, or just a video?
It would be both.
Okay, excellent. Is the video different than the script, or is there a script that shows up in the workbook, or is the workbook content PDF, is that a different content than the video, and the video is explaining the content?
It would be different, but they would be.
They interlock, yeah. But you're going to explain in the video what it means in the content so they know how to take action on both.
Yeah.
Awesome. How would you feel if you did it?
Very relieved and very good.
Awesome. Do you have the skills and the capability to do that?
Yes, I need to. I am going to do it.
Awesome. Interesting answer, Your Honor. Yes or no is all I ask the witness to answer. So how long do you think it would take you to go from start to finish? Would it take an hour? I know it's 10 minutes. You probably
maybe like an hour or two.
So let's say it takes 2 hours. What 2 hours of the day do you plan on putting that into action? Your day may already have some schedule in it. So where are you going to carve out 2 hours to create this introduction?
From what time is it now? Like 11 a.m. till 1.
Okay, so from 11
I'm
to
going
1.
to the gym right now.
Awesome. That wasn't my question. I don't care. I love you.
That was a good one.
So from 11 to 1, what would distract you from 11 to 1? What could be the only things that would distract you from 11 to 1?
My puppies.
Okay. And
I
so,
cut out scrolling.
okay.
I'm on a fast right now. Like
Awesome.
I'm getting back to the core and taking away my distractions.
Interesting answer, Your Honor. I'm going to ask the witness to only answer my questions and not go off.
Okay,
on
okay,
tirades.
okay.
So, your puppies. What would be the challenge with your puppies?
They can be a bit demanding.
Okay.
And as long as I walk them, put them on a nice long walk. They'll get
Oh,
tired
wow.
and they'll
So
sleep.
now we all of a sudden, so when are you going to walk them before 11?
10:30,
Well, I don't know, 10 or 10:30. You tell me how long you're going to be at the gym.
an hour.
Okay. So what would keep you longer at the gym?
Like just wanting to work out a bit more. Because I can do my planning at the gym now, like for the scripts and everything as I'm on the treadmill. I like to
Okay.
do that. It's
Yeah,
nice.
cool. So you see what's happening? What are you realizing right now? You have no excuses.
Yeah, I definitely like, and that's where this question came from because I know that.
Yeah, but
like-
no, you didn't. No, you didn't. You didn't. Otherwise, you wouldn't ask it. If you knew it, you'd do it.
Yeah.
So,
But it's interesting how you can know something but not do it.
well, it's not knowing. It's hoping nobody knows it other than me. See, I know it. And the reason that you're getting your butt kicked right now is because I know it. The reason you don't do this is because everybody else you talk to goes, oh my God, you're so brilliant. You're so amazing. Yes, you are. But they don't know that you know, and they're not going, frickety frack, I need this. I need you, Selena. I need you to get off your tuchus, off your kulu, and let's get going.
I know.
I know you know. No, you don't know. You now know. You now know.
Now
I
I know.
Now you know I know. And that's the challenge with a mentor. I'm not here to
Yeah.
teach you anything. I'm here to teach you something you didn't know you could do, and that's to get this freaking introduction done today. You've been delaying for, how long have you been delaying this introduction? And don't tell me for a long time. How long?
Not that long. Probably like 5 days.
Oh, okay. Wow. So if you only had one day left to live, wouldn't you wish you had done it sooner?
100%. And there is no time to waste at all.
Okay. So then why not invest it wisely?
Yeah.
How
And it
excited do you
hurts my
feel right now?
soul. It
Yes,
hurts my
it hurts your
soul
soul. Who
to let
hurts it,
time
though?
pass.
Who hurts it? You do.
Yeah. No one
Because-
else. Yeah.
Yeah, but who's telling you? Zorro and Enzo and whoever the hell they are telling you hurt your soul. And you're like, I don't want to do this. This sucks. So you avoid it completely. Until you have Big Brother come along. Sean is like, holy crap, we're in trouble now. I ain't showing up. I ain't raising my hand. Who did it? Well, I guess my younger self. Great. There's no harm in that. We just have to decide and define enough is enough. So guess what you get to do now?
Tell me.
Tell me, what do you think you get to do now?
I get to actually do and complete, which is all I need to do.
So
and
now
all
I'm
here to do.
And now imagine it's 1 o'clock and you're done. Where do you feel the knot?
Well, doing the introduction is not completing the course itself, so there is more to be done.
Wow, Your Honor. Interesting answer, not the answer to my question. I'm going to ask the witness to answer my question. Do you see what happens, ladies and gentlemen? What she's saying is valid. What she's saying is true. What she's saying is real. It ain't got a damn thing to do with my question.
What was the question?
Yeah, exactly. Where do you feel the knot? It's 1 o'clock. You're done. And you've got that part done. You got to go now.
Right in the solar plexus.
Yeah, wow. The doing
Yeah.
chakra.
Right there.
We haven't even started and you're already got a pain. What the hell? Like this is going to happen. Ask the solar plexus chakra to relieve itself and allow the doing to be received by millions. This isn't about me. This is about me serving others who need it. How does it feel if your heart chakra is being valued, if your heart chakra is ready for the love.
That's everything. That's everything.
So what does your solar plexus do now?
It relaxes.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Tell her, Debbie. Come here. Tell her. Debbie, tell her. Tell her.
Tell me, Debbie, please.
Let the solar plexus chakra go. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Tell her. Solar plexus chakra go.
I needed that.
Right? But see, this is what's holding you back. I didn't tell you, I can't tell you to do one more thing. My only goal is to work with this energetic field called your body and identity and to rip out what doesn't work. That's all. I can't do your introduction for you. I can't.
Yeah.
I
you're
can
not
do an
supposed to.
introduction. I'm not supposed, yeah, but nor should I.
Yeah.
You got to go do the work. And now you can get on the treadmill and you can go type and text and shake your booty and all of this stuff. And you can, look sexy, hot, and get some sweat on you, your little upper lip, and like, ooh, right? And you're doing all of the stuff and you're typing and you're texting and you're laughing and you're going, this is going to be freaking hot. I am the, right? You gotta own this. You own the sexiness of this program of high density, nutritional, amazing people. Give them energy back in their life.
Yes, 100%. I feel that. It's so amazing to witness yourself, like just walk and hit your head against the wall. Like, do you know the analogy of the fly?
Yeah, I don't call that amazing. I call that dumb.
It's actually psychotic.
It's psychotic. It's cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
Yeah.
When the door is 10 feet away and all you got to do is
Yeah.
turn around.
It's heartbreaking
Yeah.
and very uncomfortable.
Okay, enough though. So start telling me what it's going to feel like when it's done. See, here's the thing, ladies
Yeah.
and gentlemen, what you just witnessed, and this is why people come to Selena, because they're beating their head against the wall, and she will tell them, don't do that, don't do this, don't do that, don't do this. And there's a signal that's missing. There's a vibration. There's 1 micron that's off center. It's because she's not doing it for herself. It translates into them that they'll do 99.9%, but that 1/10 of 1% that's not coming across from you, my love, causes them to get stuck. And then you wonder, am I enough?
Yeah.
Because you're trying to be responsible for them instead of just to them.
Yeah.
So now you show up, shake your booty, go, yeah, baby, listen, go do it. Do it, don't do it. Either way, I'm fine. Do it. Listen, do you think I really care whether you get done at 1? Honestly, do you think it's going to affect my day?
No.
No. Do I want you to get it done?
Yes.
If you get it done, will I rejoice? If you don't get it done, am I going to go sit and cry in a corner somewhere? Am I?
No.
But you damn well know that if you don't get it done, I'm going to show up and I'm going to give you a little kick in the cheeks. The hell are you doing? Why are you waiting? The world needs you.
Yeah.
What are you waiting for? And I will drag you across the finish line. But I'd rather not have to drag you. Listen, I'm not saying you won't get bruised, but it's going to toughen you up to say, because this is just the beginning, my love. All of
Yeah.
you, this is just the beginning. And if you're getting stuck here, wait till life really starts to throw curveballs at you. Wait till it takes everything you got.
I hear
You know what? One of the people that that if I'm going to go work with somebody, meaning I'm working with them, not they're working with me, meaning I need them for guidance, they've got to have bigger failures than I have. What? They have to have bigger failures than I've had, because I don't need them. I don't need to learn on their watch how to fail big. I know how to fail big. I need their failures to be bigger than mine so I can move faster than they did.
Yeah.
So if you're afraid of failures, there's the door. You are not afraid of failure. You went off and lived. Where did you go live? Where did you wind up? Like in what part of the geosphere?
Many, many places.
Without a plan. The plan came, okay, it's time to move. It's time to do something. And you're worried about putting a freaking introduction together? Come on.
Psychotic.
Yeah. It's because you're afraid of the love. It's okay for
Yeah,
people
but
to
it's also just so weird how,
It's not. Stop with the stories. You can do.
okay, but also in my mind, this is what I was thinking as you
Yep.
were reading from the book as well, how we cycle through the same things. Like I remember a year ago having like similar conversations, and it
Yeah,
makes me upset at myself that I
sure.
haven't broken through, and
But
I'm
not enough.
still,
You got to get pissed off.
I'm pretty pissed off.
Okay, well then good. Let me show me. Prove it. Get the thing done by 12:30. Oh, and by the way, when you start, you got to text me starting.
The accountability, that helps me. It helps me.
Yeah, well, I'm sure it does. It's like, ah, crap. So at 11 o'clock, you're going to text me starting. That's it. Not, I wanted to start, but I got, no. Starting. I want to hear a story. I got plenty of my own stories. I don't need yours. So starting. And then, when you get done with the video, guess what you got to do with it? Oh,
Send it to you.
and now where are you sweating?
No, I'm not. I'm ready.
Good.
I'm
Awesome.
ready. Yeah.
So what'd you learn? What'd you like?
Oh gosh. I feel like I just
Hi,
wiped
welcome
away
home.
the
Welcome
cobwebs.
home.
No, I've been feeling in my gut for a while that your knowledge, your wisdom was the missing piece in me hitting my head against the wall. And there's no coincidence that I was supposed to film today, and then we had this conversation, and it just gave me the ceiling. Like there is nothing else to do besides, like literally in my life right now, there's nothing else to do
There's
besides
nothing
this.
else.
Yeah.
And when you get it done, guess what? Now you have everything else you can do.
And then I can get the next part done.
Yep.
Yes. But I learned a lot. I learned it's just me at the end of the day. And I've
Sure.
known that, but having the external see me and ask the questions and point things out is so helpful, because I'm always just trying to see myself, but there's parts of myself that don't want to be seen.
Yep.
So it's very helpful to have you do what you do.
And so I want to also let you know, I want to let your subconscious know and your internal story know that you have courage, because you know what's going to happen when you get into my world. And if you really want me to swim around in your world, you know what's about to happen. You are going to be challenged and pushed and shoved and given life rafts and everything else and pulled up by the helicopter and all of that stuff. So congratulate yourself, JM3 yourself, on knowing that you are about to have some rearrangements of your cellular structure.
Yeah.
But you wanted that.
Yeah. I love it. I love it. I need it. It's everything.
And the other part that's important is that I've not shifted. I've not come up with some new change or idea or some concept. I've got new ways to explain things, but the consistency that you can depend on is pretty valuable.
Yeah.
So go get your stuff done, get into the gym, 11 o'clock, let me know. And then I look forward to seeing the video.
Okay. I love you so much. Thank you.
I love you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I don't know what I get to do. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. It's fun when you get to fire people up. It really is. It's so much fun. Because when their fire starts, it can fuel a continent. And that's what I love. I'm your head brain training, light the fire misfit. I'll see y'all where?
At the next event.
At the next
At
event.
the next event.
I love it. Somebody give me some Costa Ricas.
Pura
Pura
vida.
Pura vida.
Vida, we love you, Mark. And some Lydias.
Peace be with
Peace be
us.
with you.
Peace
With
be
us.
with us all. The queen of helping you fire yourself up, Jessie Lee Ward.
Bossy.
Boss Lee, we love you,
Bossy.
girl. And little white fluffy.
Gurgly, gurgly,
Gurgly,
gurgly.
gurgly.
All right, everybody, go have some fun. No calls tonight, Tuesday night, because of the summer. We'll do those back in the fall. I love you tons. We'll see you tomorrow morning. Bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, going into Desire. Get ready. Get your fire suits on. I'll be ready. Love you tons. Bye for now.
Thank you, Sean.